Our margins are looking good right now. I think we've got room for some more investment.
Welcome back, everybody, to another F1 23 My Team Career Mode. Heading off to Australia today. Let's just go ahead, let's jump in, and first let's assign some activities and get some stuff in the works. Let's go with that. And it looks like we're going to have a lot of time for activities and such. Because there's just larger gaps between events here. Yeah, so we're going to be able to do all the stuff between most races. So I also want to get some parts in the works here early. Really trying to work on the aero side of things. Let's take a look at what else we can do. Probably not much with the resources that we have. Can't work on that quite yet, but need to. And there's some other stuff within the powertrain should probably try to work on as well. Let's move to this marketing event. Our rival. I'm not even sure. Let's go with signs for now because the Ferraris are below us in terms of vehicle performance right now. The other thing I want to do,
I appreciate you taking the time to help us.
I think it'll make things a bit more interesting. So I'm going to go to the settings, to difficulty. I'm going to drop this down to, let's go 85 for now. I want to try to make this season count a little bit more. I'm going to try to go for a driver's championship. So I may play with that difficulty just a little bit. Try to do that. Let's renew that sponsor and advance through some time. If we get some resource points in, I will be looking at some more developments. Also can probably be looking at some upgrades within some of these facilities. Let's take a look here. Resource point generation is probably going to be the big one to try to get from everywhere. Other thing we can do is start looking at some of these other departments, but nothing we can do at the moment. Let's go over to the R&D side of things. Nothing there at the moment. Let's get this cylinder head restarted. Try to get some engine performance back up there. So we're about middle of the pack there. Where are we at in terms of chassis? Yeah, we're still at the top in terms of chassis. Could still use to work on it, but definitely need to be working on the aero most of all at the moment. Let's keep moving through here. We should be gaining a fair amount.
Production line earlier this week.
We've got another failure.
Package for the weekend is
That's not what I needed there.
Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D
how much
stream.
is that going to be? It's 500 for redevelopment. That's pretty huge. That's not going to get me there. I think I'm supposed to have...
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process.
There we go.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Get that restarted. It's going to be in 11 days. I also need... Let me see what I can do here. We got personnel department event. MXF magazine wants to do a piece on Piastri, focusing on F1 drivers' training regimen, their daily fitness routines, that kind of thing. A bit of publicity would be good for them, but obviously time spent doing that is time away from their personal development. We'll give him some extra claim.
Pass on their thanks for helping out.
It's going to knock his experience just a little bit, but I don't think it should hurt us too bad. Well, we have dropped a lot already in terms of the R&D. Granted, that failure within the arrow side things did not help at all. But can't do anything right now. The only thing would be some durability, and neither of those parts are ones that we deal with for durability. Icy, yes, but nothing else. Well, the icy and the gearbox, but we can't. Probably need to work on some more upgrades there. But
our new parts have completed without.
We've got another.
They'll be on the car ready for the next
arrow upgrade that has come in there. So let's go to. Actually, can we do anything in terms of? We need 6.5 million for anything here. Let's go ahead. We'll do this a second. Let's see what we can do. Of course, it's going to be wood out. And already tough this section of track, but we're going to try our best here. Hopefully the decreased difficulty should help me out some on these little events as well. I may even go down to an 80. I'll see how I do at Australia. I don't feel like Australia is by any means my best track, but I don't feel like it's probably my worst. Okay, so I've got a bronze here. Let's try a couple more times here. Can probably be more aggressive. Through some of these corners, not these ones though. I mean, no, that's my. How did I get disqualified there? How many times have we seen me get disqualified on these things from doing something like that? Try and get to the throttle early. It's not going to be any better of a run. Actually, worse. So I still may not be coming away from this particular event with much more. No, that's going to be off track. So that ends everything here. We get the bronze, a little bit extra cash, not much though. I guess the other thing I should look at is, no, we're all good in terms of the sponsors. Actually, I'm going to make the executive decision. We're going to go down to an 80 here. I think that's going to be about where we need to be overall in order to be able to compete for a championship with where the car's at. So let me jump in, do some practice, and then we'll head to qualifying. Alrighty, so I was able to complete everything we needed to in practice 1. Maybe need to bump up the difficulty a little bit, but we'll have to see here. Let's take a look at what we've got going here. Let's get some more. That's not going to unlock that until we'll go for some Oh, we were just a little bit short. Okay then. We won't go for that for now then. We will go for that's engine power, fuel efficiency. Let's go for the major engine upgrade. Going to chug a whole bunch of money down the drain. Let's take a look. Make sure there's nothing else we can't snag up real quick. Does not appear to be. Sure, why not? We'll do the durability upgrade as well. Now let's head to qualifying. I believe it's supposed to be completely rainy the entire time, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, it's pouring. Absolutely pouring. They're sending us out on the inters, it looks like, though. So, we are out on the inters. It looks very, very wet. So, it'll be interesting to see if any laps later on are made with the wets, because yeah, there's quite a bit of water out here, so no DRS when we're dealing with wet weather conditions, obviously. Oh, we drove that corner a little bit. Oh, good though. Looking good so far. Just struggling a little bit in sector 1. This high speed section right here is going to be tricky for sure. Magnussen with the current fastest lap. Goes to Claire. Where am I going? And I'm a second faster than Leclerc. Oh, this could be bad. I'm not running on a lap in this session, I know that. Yeah, I'm a second faster than Leclerc. Oh boy. Let me just scroll through the rest of the session. See if anyone makes up any time. I think it's actually getting more and more wet out there. No one's running any faster, even with the later times. There we go. That's close to us. Still 3/10 off. But I think we're still at the top of the board. Nope. Wow, we got bumped down quite a ways. So obviously the track sped up a little bit there, but we made Q2. Let's see what we can do there. Oh, it looks like the rain has stopped. That's probably a big reason why. Doesn't look like it's raining anymore. It's still raining. Maybe not as heavily though. Track's a bit more dried out. And that could be why there's a lot faster times towards the end of the session. See what sort of time I can lay down here. good for the first couple of corners here. Got a little wide through that corner. Not sure overall how this is looking though. It's just so hard to tell when you're out making the track really where you're going to land as far as everyone else. For Cher, such a fast lap. I think he's also the first lap. George Russell with a 129, and so the track definitely is faster than when I made my initial run after this guy's run 129s. That's not ideal there. Definitely hurt my lap time. See, puts me in the lead. I'm going to run another one here. We're not in terrible shape in terms of the ERS. So let me try it again here. Now let's try again. Later in the session as well. I'm really not feeling good about it. Would have liked to have gotten through there just a little bit better. That race line is definitely a little bit drier than the rest of the track though, and that wasn't like that when I made my initial run in Q1. So
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
That's fine. I'm just a little bit so far on the time. I think the biggest spot where I'll make up some time is off the exit of that last corner. I ran a little wide there. That's if I didn't lose too much time there.
Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
See if this improves at the line at all. It's not going to. Nope. So, returns to garage. They said 10 more minutes worth of rain. Obviously not going to be off enters at all through this session. Let's advance.
I'd take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make another run because I think it is going to speed up a little bit towards the end of the session again. I don't want to get hung up dry here. We'll go out for another run here. See where we can put ourselves. And we'll kind of know coming to the line, I think, where we want to end up. There's not many guys not making another lap. Might be 3 guys at the top of us. They're the Red Bull, McLaren, and the Mercedes, all still sitting on pit road there. They do not have enough time to get out here and make another lap. I think that's going to screw this lap over. If I had to guess.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
Maybe we can make it up though. All depends on how fast the track is. Already I'm looking better than I did on my previous lap. I'm making up time. Qualifying is complete. I'm going to have a really good run through here. I think we're fine anyways, but wasn't enough to improve our position. We're first in the session anyways, which is good. We'll see what we can do now in Q3. Piastri is knocked out. That's alright. He's still qualifying a lot better than either of us were last season. Let's see here. Still rainy, but they're sending me out on the soft, so we'll see. There may be a dry line that's formed that we can take. Oh, it's basically all clear. It might be a little slick out still. We'll see what we can do here. Definitely going to see some of the fastest laps we've seen all weekend here. Especially by the end of the session. We're going to want to run another lap at the end of the session to see where we can put ourselves. Because I think we're going to be at a severe disadvantage if we don't run at the end of the session. Because I think this track will dry out even more than it already has heading into Q3. So right behind Perez right now. Continue to run a little wide there. I'm not sure if Perez is on a hot lap or if he's on an out lap, but we're hanging pretty tight with him here at the moment. A little bit of oversteer there after that corner. See where this puts us. Puts me in first. I'm not sure where we're at. Perez was also on a hot lap there. Slapping very closely with him. Let's see here where this puts us. We've been bumped down a little bit. Sainz is apparently going to give us a run for our money now that we chose to pick him as a rival. So we're currently, what is that? 600ths off of Sainz. I'm going to advance through a little bit of time. Because again, I think it's going to speed up here towards the end of the session. I'm going to go out 3.5 minutes. That gives me enough time to get out and get back to the start finish line. Oh yeah, I think it's going to be very, very fast here. I'm going to stack everything up here. Give Perez plenty of room. Everyone else is on the same game plan as we are. Run late in the session. Get as much of a run off that last corner as we can. And we are already flying compared to last lap. Up to nearly up over a second faster than we were at the beginning of the session. So definitely a good choice to come out here late in the session, knowing that the track was going to evolve after having that rain on it in the first two qualifying sessions. We may be up close to 2 seconds here by the end of the lap compared to our first run. So it'll be very interesting to see what that time ends up being. Overdrove that corner just a little bit. Lost a little bit of time, but it's all good. Already up over 2 seconds over the previous time. 2.5 seconds. It's going to actually be closer to 3 seconds. 2.6. Oh, I could have run our lap there. It turned right as I crossed the start-finish line. We'll see where this puts us, and we'll head to the race. Alright, so I cut that portion out. Be a surprise for you guys entering the race. I'll go away for the race introduction, and you guys will see where I'm at.
This circuit missed a few years off the F1 calendar, and we missed Albert Park. So welcome back, and it's great to be back in Melbourne. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. Close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable. Recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Norris, Perez, Joe, the owner driver, Stroll, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Bottas, Albon, Ocon, Teo Porcher, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson, Gasly, and Logan Sargent. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Natalie Pinker? Why don't we kick off by discussing Max Verstappen?
What a quality performance. The big question, though, is how does that translate on race day? Can they hold on to that lead? Beside that, of course, any kind of turn one incident could completely turn the race on its head. Let's keep our fingers crossed everyone can get through in one piece.
Alrighty, so let's see here. I'm going to go with the recommended medium to soft, but I am going to change this a bit. I'm going to run longer on the medium, save the softs for the end, just put it off just a lap, and then hopefully we don't end up with a double stack that way, but I do think that's the right way to go with that strategy. How do we have a worn engine component already? I'm not even sure how that happens, but good getaway from us here. Oh boy. I've got a great getaway here. We're up into third place. It's definitely what we need if we're going to compete for a championship. Still hanging on to the back of Perez. Still waiting on some of those aero upgrades to come in for sure. Feeling a little bit loose around those corners. Signs of the slipstream on us here. Nope, backs out of it. Sainz gets a run on us with that little slip up there. I got hit there. I was giving him all the room in the world. So the Red Bulls are 1-2 here early, followed by myself, Sainz, and then Norris. Sainz, Norris, and I were 3 wide, down on the backside of that back straightaway. I overdrove that corner. Like going to make me. We come out there okay. Again, Sainz is going to have a good run on us here, but I don't think he has quite the power to do a full overtake here through this section. He can only kind of pull up alongside. So very nice there. That was fortunate. I got into that corner not too great, but turned out okay. I missed that corner just a little bit. And I suppose I should pay a little bit better attention to these Red Bulls. It appears that we're actually catching them just a little bit, considering that Norris and I just set faster lap times than either of them up there. We'll have to pay attention to that, see whether I am slowly catching Perez, it appears, so that's good to see. May even be on pace for another fast lap here. See what we can do. Real point where we're struggling is we don't have any slipstream or DRS down these straights like Norris does. Or even Perez for that matter, as Perez has taken first place away from Verstappen. Perez on the softs versus the mediums of Verstappen though, so that's quite interesting.
Red Bull drivers just completed a pass for the lead.
It's a great lap for me though.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.5 seconds.
I think we're only going to get better. Verstappen and I are the only ones up here at the moment on the medium tires, so I think that definitely benefits for later in the race when I assume everyone's going to go to a medium, maybe even a hard, which is definitely going to hurt them if they do go that route. So we're going to, yeah, we lose a little bit of performance here on the front end. Compared to that soft tire, but it lasts a little bit longer, more consistent, and will allow us to run the preferred tire on the back half of the race, which should give us a significant advantage here. So, be interested to see how that plays out. Norris has a huge run there. There's nothing I can do to stop that. But we can take a run around the outside, retake the position. Red Bull is staying pretty consistent away from us here. I overdrove that corner again. Luckily, no FIA intervention here so far. Let's see here. Almost a third of the way through the race already. I haven't really made up any time on the Red Bulls in the last little bit. That was a pretty good run through that section there. Doesn't really do much for me though. Again, I think it's more likely not having
Okay, clear.
that DRS that's hurting us. So the caution back behind us. I'm not sure what happened. As
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be
looks
on
like
top.
the Red Bulls were side by side there for a split second, and yes, they are side by side. That could help us get up to them. If they continue the battle, that could definitely hurt their lap times compared to mine. As long as I don't have to battle with Norris here, could really help me catch him here. We are making up some time. Try to run as fast as I can while not making any mistakes here. Norris again is going to have that massive run from the DRS. I've feather the throttle there just a little bit. That's going to hurt my run down this straightaway here.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
Not ideal here. We're going to go around the outside though and be okay. We did lose some time to those Red Bulls though. We were making up some time, but not anymore.
The Red Bull drivers just moved into first place.
It appears as though the mediums are starting to come into play some more as Verstappen has taken the lead over Perez. I think really the only reason Norris is able to stick with me at the moment is probably because he's got the DRS. He's still going to have it here. He's not going to have enough of a run, I don't think, to do anything here, and he's probably going to have to pit this lap. Let's see here. Yeah, Norris can't do anything to me there. He was too far back that time around. And we will see if we do have some cars pitting, and it's Verstappen on the mediums in the pits rather than Perez. So very interesting there.
In this lap, push now.
So that's what strategy I would have been on. Maybe there's an undercut that he's trying to take advantage of. Though I would think that undercut may be a bit more powerful by going with the strategy I'm on. So I don't know here. Trying to keep signs out of DRS range here. We'll see if it has happened or not. No, it does not appear as though we did. It's a little bit unfortunate there. But all good in all reality. He's not going to be able to make a move here. So I did have a mistake there. Ran a little wide. Still no shot for him to stick his nose in there. We're boxing this lap. Here in the pits, we'll see what we can do on pit road. And
Austin is coming in for his stop now. Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go.
that was my only worry, is that we're going to be double stacking. I think we're far enough apart though. Verstappen went to the... Now that is very interesting. Verstappen went to the hard tire. And I lost some time on pit road for sure, as I missed that exit. Sent us back to 5th place, but I do think I'm going to be able to do something here late in the going with these soft tires once we get them up to temperature. So I've got to hang on to this pack up here first. Gotta be able to catch up to Perez, Norris, and Hamilton first. I don't think we'll compete for a win here, but gotta try to get up to this pack, try to grab the DRS before we can do much of anything here. But it does help me that they're all stacked on top of each other and not really able to go anywhere. There we go, we've got the DRS now. See, that helps us. And Perez blows an engine right in front of us. So unfortunate for the Red Bull there. Perez is out of the session, as to be expected, with that blown engine. Almost had a bit of a run-in with Hamilton there, but we're all good. We're going to have DRS coming up here. The engine may be severely traumatized. We may have to worry about an engine failure here. That's always a possibility, I suppose. And that'd be quite unfortunate. We're at 76% wear and we're only in the second race. So definitely need to be taking a look at some of those durability upgrades, because I cannot afford to be losing engines if we're going to be fighting for a championship here. So we're really able to make up a lot of time in that third sector compared to these AI. Verstappen is 3.2 seconds up the road. At the moment, just trying to run down Hamilton and hoping that my engine does not give out just like Perez's did. Definitely have to switch out these components already. And hopefully we don't need to take a grid penalty anywhere, because yeah, that would be quite a hard one to take. And I misspoke earlier. I thought I'd seen that Verstappen was on the hards, but he is on the softs. It must have been Perez that was on the hards. So I tried to overtake Hamilton there too early. Didn't cost me anything really. Except a little bit of time towards trying to get to Hamilton, or to Verstappen. I do still have DRS here, which is going to help me out. I'm not sure if I'm going to have quite the speed to run down Verstappen. We do have one lap fresher tires than he does. But I'm at the disadvantage with a failing engine, so we'll have to see how this works. Honestly, I may need to just stick behind Hamilton so I can use the DRS to get to him, but I don't think there's quite enough time to kind of draft with Hamilton up to him, so we'll see here. Sector 3 is where I've been making up the most of my time. See how it treats me this time. Not really anything there, so we're up to 79% on the ICE. If it takes another downward spiral, like I'm assuming it did earlier, I may be in big trouble in terms of having that thing last me all the way through this race, which would be quite unfortunate in terms of needing to get points in order to fight for a championship, because I finished in 11th at Bahrain, so I did not score any points there either. So already I'm going into this little championship fight at a disadvantage, already down the race, I believe, to Verstappen. So we're up to 80% where there. I need to try to cut this lead to... I need to try to cut this lead to a second by next lap, so I can have all the DRS opportunities to catch up to them. That's going to be the only way I can stand a chance against him. And it's just going to have to be slowly chipping away. 81% now on the IC. Things just slowly growing darker and darker. And it does not help me down these straights. I'm actually losing time instead of gaining time because of that. Gain some time there. I don't think it's going to be enough time for me to, especially not when I screw it up right through there. Now just need to focus on getting Hamilton back, because that may be a fight in itself. So not going to be able to do anything here. It's going to have to be
Final lap, push.
on that back straightaway. I overdrove that corner. I've got to stick close to him here. And Norris is right here to pounce us on making any mistakes as well, so I'm comfortably safe for
Right, let's not stay behind this
a
car
podium.
too long. We
So
need to get past.
I made a big mistake there. I'm still going to have DRS, which is good. Norris may be able to get by though. It's going to be too wide through this section here. I drive in a bit deeper, and we'll hang on to it. Hamilton and Verstappen are gone. We get into Norris there a little bit. I'm not sure if that was on me or if it was on him. However, we were going to bring it home in third, Norris in fourth, and that may be
great drive. Everyone here is
my
really
first
happy with
podium.
that performance. Well done, mate.
I think we also got the fastest lap. So, quite a good drive there. Granted, that's with the lower difficulty. I think we would have been actually quite bad there without the lower AI difficulty.
Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to
But,
set themselves apart today?
Well, they
I
managed
do
their
believe that's our
tyres
first
to
podium,
absolute perfection. A tyre
if
whisperer
I'm not
at the
mistaken.
back. That is what set them apart.
So, let's see
Red Bull are our
here.
winners today after showcasing some incredible
Our
driving.
celebration
There's been a huge push from them
for
lately to
our
stay
first
competitive
podium.
with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
There we are. So, Verstappen's going to have a huge points lead. I think he's won the first 2 races. That's a weird shot for a celebration, but okay. Yada yada yada. Same celebration as, I don't know how long it's been in the game, but it's been in there a while.
It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves
So-
further ahead at the top of the table.
Oh, no,
Let's
it was
have a
Hamilton
look
who
then
won
at the
last
driver's
week.
standings.
Okay.
So then, Natalie Finkel,
So-
who would you rank as your driver
We do
of the day?
have
Max
fastest lap.
Verstappen seemed to just
So we
effortlessly
have
weave
16
through the other
points to our
drivers
name
today
now,
without a care in the
and
world.
the,
He was definitely my driver of choice.
Drivers'
Let's move on to
Championship.
the constructors.
Piastri
Mercedes
drops
continue to
4
extend
places,
their lead.
unfortunately.
Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position.
Finishes
A
in
strong weekend
14th.
for them as they fight their way
So,
towards the top. Well, that was certainly an
let's take a look
exciting
at the
weekend of
standings
Formula
now.
One.
Driver
Be sure to
standings,
join us
I'm
for
up
more
to
exciting
6th.
Formula One action
Piastri
very
is in
soon.
12th with 2 points from the Bahrain Grand Prix. So Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell are your points leaders. We are 28 out from Hamilton. Verstappen out by 13. And then in the constructors, we're currently sitting in 4th, 54 points out, which is over a race out compared to Mercedes. So yeah, let's move back to the main menu. I don't remember what track is next with this shortened season. So let's move back to the main menu and we'll see where we're going next episode. Able to beat Sainz out there. So we are up by 2 points in the rivalry against him. Move to claim quite a giant boost. Again, our first podium for not only for us but for the team as well. Quite a nice chunk of money there coming in as well. Let's see where we are heading next.
Our income's solid at the moment. We should
have
start
that
considering
upgrade
where we
that's
can look to
come
invest
in.
the profits we're making.
We're
back
heading
into the
to
team.
the Miami Grand Prix. We got a decent amount of cash in the bank. Some points for the R&D as well. So that's going to wrap everything up for today, guys. Apparently we've got season break coming up after Miami already, so quite interesting there. So hope you kind of agree with my decision. It's kind of off of a whim. I decided, yeah, let's try to compete for a championship this season, so adds a little bit more excitement into this shortened season, prepping for F124. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one, if I can talk.